the internationalization of the curricula for the Americas. Today, we have a very exciting program, great news to share with you, and we would like to thank you for your attendance. To start formally with the program, I will pass the floor to Cesar Gutierrez, AMPEI President. Welcome, Cesar.
Well, as Ophelia mentioned, good morning to all. We are really pleased to host you here, and we are really thankful for you to setting a time aside to join us this morning. Bom dia para todos los colegas, amigos y amigas do Brasil, y para la comunidad hispanoamericana en general, y claro, para nuestros colegas in the US and Canada. So we're going to kind of go back and forward between languages, even though we have the simultaneous translation, to attempt to be really inclusive, because this project is to be the project for the internationalization of the curricula for the Americas, the whole continent. Well, so we're really thankful with all of you for believing in this project. It has been a tremendous effort led by La Doctora Ofelia Cervantes that we have been evolving from the program of the internationalization of the curricula US and Mexico with the strong support of the US Embassy in Mexico, represented through our very beloved friend Roberto Quiroz and the whole team with Silvio Gonzalez, Ibis Perez, and Mayra Santos. Thank you to the embassy for believing in us and you know, granting us the resources to launch the very first edition of this project that then the board had helped us to evolve to the PIC of North America, where we involve Canada, US, and Mexico. And now we have evolved to a trilateral effort, a tremendous, not trilateral, multilateral effort to have the PIC of Americas. And we have somebody that is really important to make it happen, which is Christine Xiao and Isabel Moctezuma. Thank you so much to the Stevens Initiative and the Aspen Institute, you know, for helping us in this endeavor. So, well, we're going to be thanking to many of our partners that have made this possible. People such as, well, in this particular case, Universidad Autónoma de Chiapas, which is helping with the translation and is part of the directive board of AMPEI. Silvia and her whole team, thank you so much for helping us. And well, we have many good partners and friends in this endeavor, and through Ophelia, we're going to be you know, addressing every single one of them. And well, INILAD has been an important part of it, and I would like to thank Margarita Guarin, who represents INILAD, which is basically the consortia that gathers together some of the most important networks for international education in Latin America that includes Argentina, Brazil, Peru, Chile, Colombia, and of course, Mexico. So we're going to be addressing every single colleague, but they are represented through Margarita. Thank you so much. And well, I would like to pass the floor again to my colleague, Ofelia Cervantes, because she's going to be helping me to thank and address every single one of our colleagues, not only in Latin America and Central America, but also in North America. Please, Ofelia.
Thank you so much, Cesar. Indeed, the list of friends is very large, and we are very grateful to their attendance today. I would like especially to underline the presence of Rebecca Thompson. As you know, she's with us this morning, even if she retired. But I would like to underline the fact that she served us as the U.S. Embassy Cultural Attaché from 2016 to 2019. And she played a pivotal role to launch COIL in Mexico with SUNY in 2017. She obtained a generous funding from the Department of State. So her pioneering action was continued. And then the representatives of the U.S. Embassy in Mexico have been very supportive of this initiative. I would like also to underline the presence of all the members of the sisters organizations. We will mention them a little by little because we are so thrilled to see that all of them are here today with us. So I would like to pass the word now to our Special Counselor for Cultural Affairs, Acting Counselor for Cultural Affairs now at the U.S. Embassy in Mexico, Robert Quiroz. Please, would you like to share your impressions with us, Robert, please?
Thank you very much. Good morning, all, and thank you, Ophelia, for your kind introduction. We warmly greet our friends on behalf of the Embassy of the United States of America in Mexico and of the Department of State. Bem-vindos aos nossos amigos do Brasil y que viva o Brasil siempre. Y bienvenidos a nuestros amigos de América Latina, desde Chile y Argentina, aquí hasta México y el Caribe. Y a Centroamérica, siempre muy querida para mí, donde pasé tiempo profesional en mi vida. Saludos también a cada participante y muy especialmente Christine Shaw, Stevens Initiative Executive Director, Victoria Fini, de Fomento Educacional, Executive Director, Ofelia Cervantes, AMPEI COIL Executive Director, Carlos Alvarado Cerezo, Secretario General del Consejo Superior Universitario Centroamericano, a Margarita Guarín, saludos, Directora Ejecutiva de la Iniciativa Latinoamericana para la Internacionalización de la Educación Superior, Randall Martin, Executive Director of the British Columbia Council for International Education, greetings, y mi amigo César Gutiérrez Jurado, presidente de AMPEI, la Asociación Mexicana para la Educación Internacional. It is a pleasure indeed for the United States and an honor for me personally to participate in the launching of the Curriculum for Internationalization Program for the Americas, or PIC Americas. You know, back in 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic demonstrated the effectiveness of distance and virtual education. And thanks to the initiative and proactivity of AMPEI and of Cesar and Ofelia and others, the COIL program was born. So out of a challenge of global proportions, their leadership and your support made this possible. We adapted to a new approach to exchanges. We want to take a moment to reflect on the profound impact that the U.S. Embassy in Mexico, has reflected on as your contributions were made towards making the program a success. And we're honored to have been a part of that through some funding. And each dollar invested was instrumental in laying the foundation for progress and results. How proud it was for me and for all of us here to see professors from different countries united virtually and then coming together from Mississippi to Puebla and beyond. Networking is extremely important, and you have all done an exceptional job generating a broad, established, and strengthened network, and especially for young people. And although virtuality is here to stay, I want to commend AMPEI because you realize virtual programming is part of the exchange, adding personal components builds on that success. So imagine the impact of this network in person. From the U.S. mission in Mexico, we are convinced that it's possible to do more to join in these efforts, and we look forward to it, to keep promoting higher education. And to date, 3,500 faculty members and students benefited from this initiative. Think about that, 3,500. That's significant. And we trust that we help the participants move forward with confidence and determination in this and other endeavors by joining them together, bringing these great minds together from academia. That's what this is about. And we want to congratulate our colleagues in this new stage of the program that now PIC Americas to contribute to the development of human capital, training the next generation of Americans from the entire continent to lead our nations in all sectors, to prepare themselves through workforce development, and to meet the political, economic, and social opportunities of the inevitable global market of the late 21st century that is approaching. Finally, we are honored that this initiative is especially focused on building job opportunities for young people, to give them the mindset to seize on academic opportunities, to prepare themselves in high-tech areas, STEAM, things that were unimaginable in the 20th century, new fields that are promoting nearshoring, cooperation, transparency, international property rights, and the values of the rules-based order from which all of our citizens benefit from. So thank you all for believing in the power of education. We share that commitment to shape a broader future for all of us. And together, we are building a foundation for success to serve and to prepare future generations that are going to lead our nations into the future. Thank you all. Que Dios os bendiga. Gracias.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Robert. Your support has been key for the success of the program. And now I would like to start presenting some of our sister organizations that are today with us. I would like to mention in particular the participation from CCID, represented by Karen McBride from the United States, who works very closely with Sylvia Jeet, also from CCID. I would like also to express my gratitude to Antoine Battle from TEIC, Texas International Educational Consortium, and a great friend who has been in this adventure from the really beginning, Sean Manley Casimir from CONAHEC, Consortium for North American Higher Education Collaboration. Thank you for being with us. And from Canada, we have the participation from Randall Martin and Elizabeth Breen from BCCIE, British Columbia Council for International Education. And now I am going down in the geography, going down to Mexico. And in particular, I would like to recognize the work accomplished by our great colleagues and friends, Verónica Rodríguez, Brenda García, Ángel Fernández from Universidad Veracruzana, Brenda Garcia from Universidad de Monterrey, and the great success of the Red Latam COIL. Going down to Central America, I would like to express my gratitude to Francisco Alarcón Alba from the CESUCA, Consejo Superior Universitario Centroamericano. And I invite now Cesar to mention all the colleagues that integrate the INILAT initiative.
Well, in this, thank you so much, Ophelia. In this regard, you always have to thank the people that have supported this project, because this is a collaborative effort, and it's in the very, inception of the name of the concept, collaborative online international learning. So it's through the collaboration that we can make this happen. So our beloved friends with our sister organization in Latin America, and then with Brazil, we are really obrigado con ustedes, René Barata Sigman de Fawai, quien es la directora ejecutiva de la Asociación Brasileña para la Educación Internacional. Our colleagues with Learn Chile, Cristina Muñoz, coordinadora del programa INILAT MOB+, y además nuestro amigo Jorge Burgos, who is the president of Learn Chile. Then with the Colombian Association for International Education, Red Colombiana para la Internacionalización, RCI ASCUN, Matías Marín, coordinador nacional de la red. With Redi Perú, which is the Red Peruana de Internacionalización de la Educación Superior Universitaria, José David García Conto, o como bien le decimos los amigos Pipo, coordinador de la Red Peruana de Internacionalización. Then with Argentina, our beloved friends with the Red de Cooperación Internacional de las Universidades Nacionales del Consejo Universitario Nacional de la Argentina, Gastón Cupri. Well, so I think that once you name people, then you have to thank everybody. In case you made the omission of forgetting somebody, we don't want to leave nobody behind, but we are really thankful with every single one of you. Then it is really important also to say that the Canadian Embassy in Mexico, through the Academic Affairs Officer, Yasmin Arias, and the Education Trade Commissioner, Veronica Soto, have been really supporting in this endeavor as well. So I would like to go back and then continue with the program. We would like to pass the floor to our main sponsor in this activity, and our main ally and partner, Christine Xiao, with the, she's the executive director with the Stevens Initiative in the Aspen Institute. Christine, please go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Cesar, Ophelia, and the entire AMPE team for putting together such a remarkable event. Truly, I'm seeing the numbers just continue to go up, nearly 500 participants on this call today. It's really overwhelming in the best of ways. Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Hola, buenos dias, buenas tardes. My name is Christine Xiao. I am the executive director of the Stevens Initiative at the Aspen Institute. I'm zooming in and joining you all today from Washington, D.C. The Stevens Initiative is a global leader in virtual exchange. We make investments into virtual exchange programs across K-12 and across higher education grade levels. We also serve as a resource hub for the field, and we create and we set and we share best practices for the field. And we also serve as a champion and an advocate for virtual exchange, so screaming loudly and proudly how important international global collaborations are. I want to take it back a little bit to the start of the Stevens Initiative and recognize how the Stevens Initiative was started. The Stevens Initiative was critical in tribute to the late Ambassador J. Christopher Stevens, who was a U.S. diplomat. Many of the values that the ambassador shared and believed deeply in are things that we see in our field of virtual exchange. He was incredibly passionate about learning. He was very curious about the world. He studied in Spain. He was a Peace Corps member in Morocco. And I would say, even more importantly, he really believed in the power of conversation and of connection and of collaboration. And honestly, that is what I love so much about virtual exchange and about the work that we do, is that it really is centered around collaboration. It is centered around discovering and learning together. It's about understanding each other. It is about seeing and celebrating our differences just as much as the similarities that we share, which was also a value that Ambassador Stevens held closely to himself. Over the last 8 years, the Stevens Initiative has been funding global connections through virtual exchange in the United States, in the Middle East, and North Africa. But we've always known the importance of our work. And so we were so happy to have begun programming in Mexico, Colombia, as well as Guatemala over the last year and a half, working within the K-12 sector. Really core at the mission of the Stevens Initiative is really thinking about innovation and education. You know, we're always thinking about how can we scale and how can we grow? How can we democratize global education and global learning for so many more young people so that we can make hundreds of thousands of young people participating in virtual exchange be tens of millions of young people participating in virtual exchange. And when we think about that, we're always challenged with innovating and really disrupting the education sector. But we want to make sure that when we're innovating and we are disrupting, we are also doing so with compassion. And so it's important for us to make sure that we align ourselves with partners who also share those same values, who want to grow, who want to scale, who want to be ambitious, but they lead with a human-centered approach. And that's what I love so much about our partnership with AMPE, is that Cesar and Ophelia lead with those values very much. So we don't forget the human connection in all of this work, even as we grow. I'm just so incredibly proud of this effort because I think it might be the first of its kind. Speaking of innovation and disruption, for the Stevens Initiative in particular, this will be the first program that we're supporting that will reach Canada. It is going to be the first program that we're supporting in higher education across Latin America. Oh, I'm much larger now. Hello, everyone. And it is also going to be the first program that is uniquely focused on scaling and building capacity within institutions so that we can specifically and focusedly innovate and grow across the Americas. I mean, it's really, really incredible. I love the focus again on building faculty and teacher capacity, which is at the heart of virtual exchange as well. The more that faculty can feel a part of the work and they have the skills and the capacity to provide these experiences to young people, that experience for the young person is really going to unlock their potential for learning around skills like cross-cultural communication, empathy, building those important business and human skills that they need to join the global workforce, digital literacy, social responsibility. All of these are such important skills for young people to have, and it's amazing to have a program that is focused just as much on the faculty as it is on the student experience. I'm excited for us to continue this work together and to continue to unlock the potential of your students. I know that they are hungry for global connections and learning. They're hungry for that global network and those global social circles. And while we can give that to them, we can also prepare them for the workforce. We can build those skills in them that they're going to need. So when they exit the university, they're ready to have a job and they're going to be talent that is well received by these huge global organizations. So I'm really excited about how this is all coming together. And I want to thank again the AMPE team, because we're so much looking forward to our continued collaboration. And I know all of you who are also on this call are looking forward to joining us, and we couldn't be more excited for it. So thank you all for inviting me today.
Thank you so much, Christine. Thank you. And we're gonna continue working together. And I would like to address also Isabel Moctezuma, who has been, the hand that allow us to reach, the Students Initiative and collaborate together. Thank you so much. So I will pass now the word to my colleague Ofelia Cervantes. Not without, I don't want to forget to mention the Directive Board of AMPE. My colleagues with Universidad Autónoma de Sinaloa, América, with Universidad Autónoma de Guerrero, José Betancourt, with Universidad Popular Autónoma de Puebla, Yasmín, with the Universidad Autónoma de Chiapas, Silvia. Thank you to all of my team, and also my colleague with Guadalajara, Osvaldo. All of the team of AMPE has been really supportive in this endeavor. Go ahead, Ophelia, please.
Thank you, Cesar. It's really a great pleasure now to welcome Victoria Fini, Executive Director of Fomento Educacional. I would like to underline the fact that they have been with us from the really beginning and that they continue to be key actors for the success of this program. Welcome, Victoria.
Thank you very much, Ophelia. Well, after those lovely words from Bob and from Christine, I think that I will take this opportunity really of just commenting to you what Fomento Educacional is about, and also about my personal experience. I mean, talking about the human connections, So Fomento Educacional has been around in Mexico since, they're changing languages here on me. It's been in Mexico since 1968. The mission of Fomento Educacional is to support cultural and educational exchanges between the U.S. and Mexico, always always taking into account the multiplying effect. There are many cultural exchanges programs that we run into, but this program is one of the star programs in our educational exchanges. I am so happy that it's been increasing, and the virtual part of it is so important, because obviously Fomento Educacional started in Mexico with a language school. It was the preeminent language school where people went to learn English, and people who arrived from outside of Mexico went to learn Spanish. Obviously, now there are very, very many language schools, and English is taught at school level, so that changed throughout the years. But one thing that I wanted to emphasize, and as Christine said about the human connection, we were supporting the program, and I hadn't realized how important or how difficult this is for some students until I went last year to the AMPE conference, and I was listening in on a group where a professor from one of the universities in Chiapas underlined that this was probably, in these coiled interactions with US and Canadian and now all over universities, this was probably most of his students' only opportunity at a global encounter, because many students are not bright enough or cannot find the way to get themselves to be able to go and study outside of their countries. But this allows for them to live in a world where they're exchanging ideas and learning from different places in the world. And I'm sure it changes totally the way that they look at themselves in the end. So with that, I hope that Fomento Educacional can keep on, and I'm sure we will keep on supporting this program for many years to come. And big success, and I'm so happy that there are over 500 of us in this inauguration, and congratulations to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. Thank you so much, because really, through the support of Fomento Educacional, we had the pleasure to continue this program. And now we have, the ideal to pursue this collaboration among the Americas and have, Mexico as the geopolitical hub to connect North America with Latin America, to create much more cooperation to the one that already is in place, but we want to make it exponential and to bring these opportunities to the underserved communities in the different regions that we're participating. Well, Ophelia, I think we have already, mentioned most of our colleagues, but some key people, such as Eva Hogg with the Amsterdam University of Applied Sciences and Stephanie Docker, which are kind of the most renowned coil concept, leaders in the world, are really supportive with the program, and they're going to continue to do so. So I would like to thank our main mentors in this regard as well. So please, Ophelia, if you want to help us to continue the program.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Thank you for mentioning those great friends and colleagues who have been advisors of the program. They have been collaborating with us, exchanging ideas, and providing us suggestions about how to improve the quality of the program. And now, I suppose you are eager, you have some curiosity to know what is this program about. So it will be my turn to share with you the general guidelines of the mission, objectives, and in particular, the mechanism to be part of the program. So may I share the screen, please? Let me go to the presentation and start sharing with you. So, do you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So, as you have already mentioned, Cesar, as well as other participants, this program for the internationalization of the curricula for the Americas is focused on strengthening America's current and future labor force. But I would like to go back a little bit and to share with you some memories, great moments that we have shared together. So the program was launched initially in 2020. At that time, the program was called PIC USMX, standing for the Program for the Internationalization of the Curricula, United States, Mexico. And we start virtually, but we had the chance to bring together some of the participants to attend the annual conference of AMPEI, who took place in San Cristobal de las Casas. And they were able to share their experiences and also exchange of ideas with representatives from the US Embassy. And then in 2022, we extended this initiative to work with Canada. And last year, we had the chance to bring together also several teams called teaching teams that met in Mexico City at Universidad Anáhuac. At that time, we also offer one of the important elements of the program, that is the COIL coordinator seminars. And continue the work. Now we are very pleased to invite you to participate to this 2024 version of our program for the internationalization of the curricula for the Americas, PIC Americas. So I would like to take this moment to express our deep gratitude to our sponsors. So the Stevens Initiative, housed by the Aspen Institute, with the support also from the Bezos Family Foundation, and of course, Fomento Educacional. And underline the fact that this initiative is possible thanks to the participation of several very important people that work together with us. So US Embassy in Mexico, US Commercial Service, Canadian Embassy in Mexico, our Minister of Foreign Affairs, as well as the sister associations who are really the support for extending the invitation to all the faculty members in Latin America. And not only Latin America, Central America, and of course, North America. That were already mentioned. Thank you again for being with us. And now I would like to focus on what is our real motivation. You know, we are facing nowadays several challenges from the political, economical, even environmental, and of course, social point of view. So our main idea is to try to improve the skills of the future labor force of the Americas. We need in our countries to increase competitiveness, to have a vision of inclusive growth, and of course, to contribute to the prosperity. Our program is aimed to train professionals that will have a better understanding of those challenges and will be prepared. They will have the capacities to contribute to the economic development of their communities. We would like to contribute to decrease the migration waves. We would like to provide more opportunities to young people to stay in their countries and to help them to grow. So we have been working with the COIL methodology since several years now, and we know that to create a COIL program is really challenges because it requires knowledge, commitment, and support from institutional authorities. It's not easy, even if there is goodwill, and even if some resources are devoted to do it, it's not easy to start to develop the network of collaboration and then to provide the right training. This is the reason why AMPEI decided to commit to support the initiatives of higher education institutions to be able to launch and consolidate a COIL program. So I am sure you already know what is COIL about. So collaborative online international learning. This initiative, where SUNY was the pioneer, is trying to bring students and professors together across cultures to learn, discuss, and collaborate. So in our program, the main objective is to strengthen the internationalization of the curricula conducted by universities all across the Americas, promoting and supporting the creation and development of COIL courses. Our mission is then to provide more chances to students, even if staying at home, to have the opportunity to live an international virtual exchange experience. For that, we need to support the initiative of institutions, as I already mentioned. Then we need to provide chances for networking, then a training program oriented not only to faculty, but also to international staff members that could become COIL coordinators. And the goal of the program is that traditionally, international education cooperation used to be from top to down. But in this case, we have seen the benefit and the potential of stimulating the collaboration from the bottom to the top. I mean, from peer-to-peer, faculty-to-faculty collaboration, going up to the development of a very strong and solid institutional academic collaboration. So AMPE is offering then through this program all these services: networking support, training through COIL design workshops and the mentoring program, as well as COIL coordinators training. Our program has different stages. Now we are leaving the launch event that marks the beginning of the program. We will be working on recruiting the COIL teaching teams that will participate, teaching a COIL course and offering to the students a COIL experience. This process of facilitating networking will take place from now to the end of April. And we will be offering different COIL design workshops, in particular during the summertime and also during the fall session. I'm sorry, the North and the South have different calendars, so I will I will better mention months. So from May to August, will be the workshops, and usually once you are ready, your professors are ready for the implementing part that will take place from August to December. In parallel, we will offer the mentoring program, and also in that period, we will organize the COIL coordinator seminars. At the end, when we will have experiences already completed, we will invite participants to be part of our PIC symposium that must take place more or less in February next year. So I would like now to explain which are the services, the possibilities we have for each one of these stages. Concerning the networking, this is one of the main challenges usually for every participant. Our mission is to support how to connect faculty members with each other. We provide them two possibilities. We will organize almost every 2 weeks what we call an academic speed dating session. I know several participants in the audience today have already been part of this experience. So in those sessions, after a short, very brief description of the program, we organize the attendees to be divided into breakout rooms. Those breakout rooms are organized by academic discipline. And then the conversation starts. Later on, we invite them to change the breakout room to try to explore the possibility to collaborate with someone from another academic discipline, because as you know, COIL is a methodology that suggests not only intercultural communication, but also multidisciplinary collaboration. But in addition to that, we have launched a partnership platform. We have now here a new address, and we are about to finish the launching of this new platform that has a new image and new services. So here is the calendar. I invite you to take notes. Anyway, all of those that are attending this session will be invited every time, like with a little reminder for being connected and attend one of those academic speed dating sessions. That's really the opportunity to link up with educators from all across the Americas. And then our platform, here you can see the URL, will provide the opportunity to connect and then to explore in our database, searching by country, academic discipline, or institution. The possibility to be connected is absolutely free, and the possibility to search potential COIL teaching partners is also free. You are all very welcome to discover opportunities to know who could become your COIL teaching partner. You can organize the results, obtaining even a list of faculty members who could have common interests with you, or also the COIL courses that they will be proposing to teach in the following semesters. And there will be surprises. Please keep in touch, look at our social networks, and you will discover new functionalities that will be announced very soon. Concerning now the training facilities we offer, we focus first on the COIL design workshop, because as you know, for being able to teach a COIL course, it is mandatory first to have communication between the two faculty that will be in charge, one in each country. So what we provide is a workshop that lasts 4 weeks, only 4 weeks of your time, providing asynchronous access to the educational platform over that time. And at the end, and in addition, every Friday, we offer a live session that goes from 11 to 1 o'clock in Mexico City time, and it facilitates the interaction with the instructor, reviewing all the content and the materials that were proposed for every week, and having an exchange of experiences with the other participants. In the content, you will have fundamentals of the COIL methodology, but in particular, you will receive training and advice for designing your COIL component. It means that at the end, the final result of this workshop will be the syllabus, describing student learning outcomes, describing the activities that students need to complete, evaluation criteria, and many other aspects required to be ready to go for implementing your COIL course. There will be several dates proposed. So this is the calendar. We will have 4 workshops offered during the summertime from May to August, from July and August, and then 2 more offered in October and November before the end of the year. Those that didn't have the opportunity to get ready during the summertime are still have this possibility to use the fall session to be ready to teach in the beginning of the following year, 2025. And now I would like to share with you something that has been really a special contribution from our program. Several of you certainly recognize this schema that describes in general terms what is the COIL methodology about. So you have 2 professors teaching 2 different courses. They decide in which language they will work together. And during the COIL design workshop, they collaborate to plan and design every specific activity that their students will complete. In addition, during the implementation of the program, this is this green part, we offer mentoring support. We have experts, COIL experts, that will accompany every teaching team to guarantee that the whole experience is successful. I would like to take advantage of this moment to express my gratitude to instructors and mentors who have been working with us for so many years. Martín Pantoja, in particular, Brenda Garcia, Ángel Fernández, as well as Verónica Rodríguez, also Alejandra Ortega from La Salle. All of them have been great contributors, following up each of the suggestions, actions, having individual interaction with every COIL teaching team that has been part of our program. And this mentoring part will continue to be offered to everyone. Now, I would like to remark the importance of how to make the COIL program steady and grow. We have witnessed several cases where faculty with the love of initiative, enthusiasm, get involved and start teaching the first COIL course. Then the institution realizes that it's great to have all these many people, all these experiences, but how could we provide this opportunity to more and more students? The higher education institution requires to appoint a COIL coordinator. Someone maybe from the academia, maybe someone from the international education staff, but this is a specific new profile of professional that needs to be developed. So they become key actors for the success of the COIL programs in their institutions. That's why we organize every year a COIL coordinator seminar. In this time, we will organize it during the fall 2024. It will be more or less in October. So please keep in touch with us. We will announce with more precision the dates and the opportunity to participate. We will explain how to apply for that. And now, to almost finish my presentation, I would like to resume which are the steps you need to follow to participate in our program. The first important action is to connect with your COIL teaching partner. So please attend our academic speed dating sessions. Also visit our partnership platform and contact us anytime. We will be very, very pleased to help you out to detect who could become the best teaching partner for you. Then, once you are committed, once you agreed to work together, you must register into one of the COIL design workshops. They are open to everyone, and then you are able to apply for a scholarship if you belong to one of the sisters organizations that are part of this program. And finally, at the end of this training stage, you are ready to go. You are ready to implement your COIL component, and we will accompany you with a COIL expert as part of our mentoring program. So this is the PIC Americas program. Thank you for the opportunity to describe it, and I will be very, very, very pleased to see you as an active member of this new initiative. Later on, we will have the opportunity to continue with an open conversation. Thank you for being today with us.
Thank you so much, Ophelia, for your, for explaining a little bit of program. We know that you may have some questions in this regard, and we'll be more than glad to, to answer any question that you may have. And well, I think now before the Q&A, we're gonna pass the word to our colleague that represents some of the most important networks in Latin America, as I aforementioned, with INILAT, Margarita Guarín. We're going to do this in Spanish. Vamos a ir un poco en ambos idiomas para también promover digamos, la interculturalidad a través de nuestros idiomas y la fuerza de Latinoamérica en esta conexión con Norteamérica. Por favor, Margarita.
No, perdón, es Francisco Alarcón quien representa Sesuca.
Perfecto.
¿Está bien? Ya, he's ready to go. Vamos como geográficamente recorriendo las Américas.
Muy buenos días a todos. Muchas gracias por la invitación que nos han hecho. Yo estoy hablando ahora a nombre del Consejo Superior Universitario Centroamericano, conocido como Sesuca o SUCA. Somos la organización más antigua, y tenemos 75 años de venir funcionando, de las universidades centroamericanas. Estamos muy agradecidos con AMPEI, con la Asociación Mexicana para la Educación Internacional, por su amable invitación a participar activamente en este programa que se está lanzando el día de hoy. Estamos muy entusiasmados, muy optimistas y llenos de esperanza, porque es una gran oportunidad para los profesores y estudiantes centroamericanos de poder ofrecer experiencias internacionales a nuestros estudiantes aprovechando la metodología del COIL, es decir, el aprendizaje internacional colaborativo en línea, que viene a abrir posibilidades que antes no estaban disponibles para nosotros, como son los contactos, el entrenamiento, las oportunidades de coordinar acciones y poder brindar experiencias internacionales a nuestros estudiantes a través de esta metodología, a través de la plataforma en línea que ustedes han promovido. Así que estamos muy entusiasmados, muy llenos de esperanza. Cuenten con nuestro interés, con nuestra disposición para facilitar y promover activamente la participación de los profesores y estudiantes centroamericanos en este esfuerzo. Felicitaciones, les deseo muchos éxitos. No quiero robar mucho tiempo porque tenemos una agenda muy apretada por lo que he visto, y les deseo mucho éxito a todas las universidades de las Américas que participemos activamente en este programa.
Muchísimas gracias, Francisco, por tu intervención a nombre de Centroamérica, que representa una comunidad muy importante en nuestro programa. Y ahora, pues para mí es un gran honor presentar a Margarita Guarín como secretaria ejecutiva de INILAT, representando a un grupo de muy importantes asociaciones hermanas. Margarita, además, ha sido clave en la difusión de la información, pero además con muchas sugerencias, comentarios que nos han enriquecido y nos han permitido involucrar a todos estos países hermanos con quienes tenemos grandes afinidades. Muchísimas gracias, Margarita, por estar con nosotros.
Bueno, muy buenas tardes. Muchísimas gracias, Ofelia, César y queridos colegas que están en la sala. En nombre de las redes y asociaciones que integran la Iniciativa Latinoamericana para la Internacionalización de la Educación Superior INILAD, RedSiun de Argentina, PAUBAI de Brasil, RCIASCUN de Colombia, REN Chile, AMPEI México y REDI Perú, es un verdadero orgullo acompañar esta maravillosa propuesta que lideran nuestros queridos amigos y colegas de AMPEI, a quienes felicitamos y agradecemos su compromiso y coordinación. Agradecemos también el apoyo y el auspicio de las distintas instituciones que han precedido la palabra en esta sesión y que permiten que hoy este programa se esté inaugurando. Tenemos pues la certeza de que el mismo permitirá conectar a nuestra América querida con sus increíbles diversidades y fortalezas académicas y culturales a través de escenarios de capacitación y promoción de colaboraciones internacionales e interculturales en línea. Bueno, INILAT es un espacio de encuentro y colaboración entre redes y asociaciones para la internacionalización que reúne a más de 600 instituciones de educación superior latinoamericanos. Y bueno, y buscamos desde el inicio compartir y afrontar retos comunes y cooperar para la acción desde una perspectiva regional y con una mirada global. Este programa de internacionalización curricular, PIC Américas, se constituye desde ya como una acción transversal dentro de nuestro plan estratégico de acción, al contribuir concretamente en dos de nuestras líneas de trabajo específico, que son la capacitación y la profesionalización para la internacionalización y la promoción de una movilidad e intercambio virtual inclusivo. Auguramos los mejores éxitos para este programa que empieza y reiteramos todo nuestro apoyo y acompañamiento. Quisiera hacer un agradecimiento especial y una mención especial a AMPEI por liderar esta acción y especialmente al equipo coordinador del programa en cabeza de Ofelia por esta increíble tarea que hoy están emprendiendo y por su compromiso. Y bueno, esperamos que muchas instituciones de Latinoamérica y también de los queridos países de Estados Unidos y Canadá podamos intercambiar y consolidar lazos que empiecen con una colaboración internacional en línea, pero que se traduzcan en posibles otras colaboraciones y cooperaciones en el mediano y largo plazo. Así que muchísimas gracias y felicitaciones.
Muchas gracias, Margarita. Muy contentos por la participación de nuestros colegas y amigos de INILAT. Y quisiera hacer una mención especial. Muy obrigado con FAUBAI porque han puesto a disposición el expertise que ellos tienen a través de su programa BRAVE de Virtual Exchange, Brazilian Virtual Exchange Program, el cual estará colaborando muy de cerca con nosotros. The main idea is, to put together all of the efforts with the different COIL projects and programs that are through the whole continent to collaborate with the college with FIU, to collaborate with the college with SUNY, to collaborate with the Red Latam, to collaborate with Brave, with all every single program that is part of the sister organizations, because what we're aiming is to provide this one, for free. All you need to be is a member institution of every single association or sister organization within the Americas. So now I would like to, pass the floor to our really good friend and colleague with the British Columbia Council for International Education, Randall Martin, who has supported us pretty much in this endeavor. Please go ahead, Randall.
There, now I can talk. Gracias, thank you so much. Hola, Cesar. Hola, Filia. Hola, todos from Vancouver. Soy Randall Martin, Director Ejecutivo del Consejo de Educación Internacional de Colombia Británica. BCCIE es una organización financiada por el Ministerio que se dedica a fortalecer y promover educación internacional en la provincia de Colombia Británica. That's all the Spanish I will give you today. I feel we're almost near the end of our hour. I feel like if it's the Academy Awards, they'll start playing music very soon. So please do let me do let me continue. We at BCCIE are extremely honored to be part of the launch of this program. Personally, I am very honored to be asked to speak today. We have been friends and strong supporters of AMPE since the very early days, since our friend Ophelia was one of the early presidents since the early days of NAFTA in the 1990s.
Indeed.
Yeah. Initiatives like this can only help to bring the continent and the hemisphere of the Americas closer together, and we applaud it. COIL provides students the opportunity to build intercultural skills, develop digital literacy, and have an international experience, all crucial to becoming engaged global citizens. It enhances the ability of students to perform successfully on a global stage, in a global classroom, and in the global marketplace when the traditional study abroad model is not an option, or even when it is an option. AMPE is a global leader in COIL training. In fact, our colleague Ophelia will come to my summer conference in Vancouver in June of this year to do a workshop on COIL. We're looking forward to welcoming you here.
Thank you.
This new program is yet another step on this journey, expanding further into the Americas and providing opportunities for more students, faculty, and administrators to engage in such important work. We are very proud to be supporting such a valuable initiative, and BCCIE and BC's institutions look forward to much future collaboration with AMPE on this program and in COIL programming. Felicidades a todos los involucrados. Gracias. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ronald. And thank you for all the support that you have provided for all these years. To you and to Elizabeth, who has been really supportive as well, with BCCIE. So as you can see, now we have gone through the whole continent, going, from the far northern area of the Americas to the very Patagonia with our colleagues in Argentina. So before going with Ophelia to the Q&A, I would like to acknowledge also the support of a key lady that made this happen. Araceli Partarroyo, who used to work for the U.S. Embassy in Mexico. Most of us that work in the internationalization area in Mexico and the U.S. know her because she was there for over 40 years. Thank you, Araceli, for believing in us and for supporting the program from the very beginning, and passing good comments to the new leaders in the U.S. Embassy. Thank you so much. So, please, Ophelia, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Cesar. And I would like also to recognize and to say how pleased we are with the participation from Jorge Matamoros from Honduras. He represents the Universidad Pedagógica Nacional, Francisco Morazán, and also from Minor Barrientos, who has been a great colleague to connect with CESUCA. The list is so long, I am afraid I am missing someone, but I only wanted to say that it's wonderful to see how large our family has become. And I'm sure that this that has started as a professional connection will take us to a long-standing relationship of collaboration. And hopefully we will become a real family, working together to build up a better society. The program has this mission to continue to develop more capacities in our young professionals, and then the future is in their hands. But our contribution is to provide all the tools and technology required to be successful. So if you agree, let's open the Q&A section. Unfortunately, time has gone very fast, but here we are to be ready to answer to all your concerns and questions. Please, Sandra, if you could help me, if someone writes the question in the chat and you could read it, because I think micros are closed.
Yes, Mei Shang is asking if the professors will be receiving a copy of the slides.
Yeah, of course. At the end of the presentation, we can send an email with the synthesis of what was presented today. In addition to that, all the information is available in our web page that Sandra will write down in the chat now. And please, also don't hesitate to contact us by writing to our official email. I would like to mention that we used to have PIC USMX as official email, but now we have a new email account. Please take notes, pic.americas@ampay.org.mx. Anyway, we will continue consulting both, but we decided to open this new one to host more people participating. Anytime, you can contact us by mail, even by WhatsApp, and we will be very pleased to answer all your questions. In fact, the first academic speed dating session will start this coming Wednesday on March 20. This Wednesday, March 20 at 11 o'clock Mexican time. You are invited to join us.
There's another question from Sofia Bustos. How do we know if our institution is a sister collaborator? And if it is not, can we apply to a scholarship anyhow?
Yeah, for receiving the benefit of a scholarship, you must belong to one of the sister organizations. If this is not the case, maybe your country is not included into one of those associations, you are welcome to join and pay then. There will be special fees, and you will receive all the benefits as any other member.
Is there any cost to join COIL?
No, when you are a member of those sister organizations that work with us today, all your participation will be for free. I mean, in fact, we are able to offer those scholarships thanks to our sponsors. And that's why the program is open to a larger number of participants.
Yes, let me give you an example in that regard. For instance, if you are a member institution of BCCIE or British Columbia Council for International Education in Canada, or the Community College for International Development in the US, or FOBAI in Brazil, or RCIS CUN in Colombia, or Revi Peru in Peru. If you're a member institution affiliate to any of the sister organization or with the colleagues of Sesuca in Honduras or El Salvador, if you're a member institution, you have no fee to pay, because we are aiming to provide these, to serve the underserved communities in all of our regions in America. That's the main challenge that we have. And through the support of the Stevens Initiative and Fomento Educacional nowadays, that's how we can make it happen.
Okay. Gracias.
If someone is interested to ask a question by talking, please raise your hand, and our technical assistant will open the microphone.
We have some more questions in the chat. Jorge Matamoros, ¿van a tener un grupo de WhatsApp o email para poder recibir la información de manera expedita?
Yeah, if you send us an email, we can open this WhatsApp by invitation. In fact, we will create the WhatsApp by invitation, and we will send it by email to all those colleagues that registered for this session.
Okay.
So time is flying, and I would like to thank you for your interest to be part of this program. I would like to pass the floor to Cesar to express the final remarks.
Thank you so much, Ophelia. So I'm looking at several questions that I think that we already answered in the chat.
Are there many more? Sorry.
Yeah. Well, so some more in regards that if they belong to RCI, they have to pay. No, si ya pertenecen a RCI, no tienen que pagar. So, por ser miembros afiliados a todas las asociaciones hermanas que forman parte del Programa de Internacionalización Curricular de las Américas, no hay cobro. Sabemos que hay algunos otros organismos que tienen. Les pongo un ejemplo, el programa de e-movies de OE que empezó a hacer temas de COIL, que cuesta, porque tienen que ser, en este caso no. Nosotros lo que queremos es hacer esta iniciativa plural para todos en las Américas. Ese es nuestro principal objetivo. Para dar los comentarios finales, pues solamente agradecer a todos los que han hecho esto posible, a los grandes líderes del Programa de Internacionalización Curricular, los mentores, la gente que ha hecho esto posible, expertos en el concepto COIL o Virtual Exchange como Brenda García, que lo ha liderado desde el UDEM y de la red LATAM, igual que Verónica, con la Universidad Veracruzana, la misma Margarita Guarín, que es una gran experta en el tema coil, a todos los coilers, Eva Hawk, que estuvo con nosotros esta mañana desde Ámsterdam, a través del conocimiento y esta idea de la ciencia abierta y de abrir esto para todos, es como vamos a ir construyendo un poco un mundo mejor. Como ustedes saben, as you may already know, right now in Brasilia, there is one of the most important summits for higher education in Latin America and the Caribbean, the CRES+5, el Congreso Regional de Educación Superior de América Latina y el Caribe, que trabaja con YESAL y con UNESCO. Well, it is happening right now with the top leaders, with the National Association of Higher Education Institutions from most of the countries that we're representing through Central and Latin America are right there, in the Caribbean, are right there taking decisions about the future of higher education and the development of new education policies for higher ed. Well, we are working in this regard from the operative side, from the international perspective. And nowadays, with the xenophobic feeling and wars in other regions of the world are happening, this is the way that we are committed towards, banning those events to happen anymore, or at least try to avoid them. And you know that we are suffering right now in the Americas as well with the situation that in Haiti. They are suffering pretty much. So we, through the international education, are working towards creating, la idea de colaboración, de entendimiento, de diálogo, y bueno, ese es nuestro compromiso. Muchísimas gracias a todos, and thank you so much. Obrigado. And Ophelia, if you want to do it in French.
Yeah, merci beaucoup d'être aujourd'hui parmi nous. C'est un énorme plaisir de pouvoir collaborer aussi en français. Muchísimas gracias por su asistencia en este día. Thank you so much for being with us and being an active part of the program. But before you leave, please, as I announced in the chat, could we take some pictures? I invite all the representatives from the official authorities like embassies and then speakers to stay for taking one picture, and then also several pictures from all the attendees. Sandra, could you guide us for this moment, please?
Yes, please, everybody smile, sonrían. 1,
Your best
2,
smile.
3. Más, porque tenemos muchos. Otra vez, 1, 2, 3. Espérenme tantito, gracias.
Okay. One moment. Many more.
Y por
Somos
favor, cualquier
Obrigado,
duda,
gracias.
escríbanos al correo y a la información que ya compartió por ahí Ofelia. Todas las dudas en inglés, en español, en francés, en portugués, en su idioma nativo, se los contestamos con mucho gusto y bienvenidos al Programa de Internacional Curricular de las Américas.
Gracias.
Un gran placer de haber estado con todos ustedes. Gracias por ser parte de esta hermosa experiencia. Merci beaucoup. Thank you for being with us.
Obrigado.
Gracias a
bientôt.
todos. Hasta
Hasta
luego.
pronto. Obrigado. More pictures, more pictures. Thank you. Gracias a todos. Los esperamos el miércoles. See you this
Thank you
coming
so much.
Wednesday.
Thank you, Randall. Gracias, Margarita. Thank you, Virginia. And send my regards to my beloved friend, Silvia. Gracias a todo el equipo y a Justin.
Muchas gracias al equipo técnico que nos apoyó. Virginia, gracias mil. Justin. Veo más colegas. Ale Ortega.